Зовут меня Таликова Елена.
Hello,
Мастер я по
my
валу.
name is Svetlana Talikova. I am a felt maker. Most of all, I work with felt for interiors, lampshades, illuminated objects, sculptural forms. And this course is dedicated to that world. Before we begin with wool, layout, color, and surface design, I would like to show you the main construction principle behind these forms. The book resist. Before we look at the resist itself, I would like to mention Anna Gunnarsdóttir. She is a remarkable felt artist from Iceland. Her work showed many of us how felt can become a vessel, a shell, light, and space. For me, this was a turning point. I began to see felt not only as a textile, but as a material for building form. And the main construction principle behind these forms is this: the book resist. In older descriptions, you may hear other names: folded template, composite template, book template. But in this course, we will use the term book resist, because in wet felting, this construction does more than give us a pattern. It separates the wool layers. It keeps parts of the form from felting together, and it allows the hollow sculptural shape to appear. Let us look at the simplest version. A simple book resist can be made from 3 resist pieces sewn together. When these 3 pieces are opened and worked around from both sides, they create a 6-sided form. This lamp was made on this very resist. It was my first lamp, and I still remember the feeling. It was as if I were standing on a high diving platform, a little frightening, completely exciting. You can think of each resist piece as a page. In the finished object, each page creates 2 faces or facets. So, 3 resist pages give us 6 facets. Between the facets, we get ribs. These ribs are very important visually. They can remain smooth and quiet, or they can become expressive, raised, frilled, wavy, or decorated later with cords and other elements. For now, remember the basic vocabulary. The whole structure is the book resist. One individual part is a resist page. The visible surface of the finished lampshade is a face, or facet, and the line where 2 facets meet is a rib, or seam. Now, let us think about the shape of the lampshade. The first practical question is height. A felted lampshade should not be too low in relation to the bulb and the socket. This is especially important if the lamp will stand on a table, on the floor, or anywhere near eye level. A lampshade may look beautiful in a photograph when the bulb is visible. But in real life, this can be uncomfortable. If the bulb is not covered enough, the light can glare directly into your eyes. So, when you design the height, always begin with the electric part. Imagine the socket, then imagine the bulb. Your felt form should rise above them, enough to soften the light, enough to hide the direct glare. After that, the rest of the height belongs to your artistic idea. The lampshade may be short and rounded, it may be tall and narrow. It may open like a sea star, it may stretch like a pod, or curve like a shell. But first, cover the light source properly. Now we can draw the first segment. Do not think about shrinkage yet. At this stage, draw the shape in the size you want the finished object to be. We will enlarge it later, according to shrinkage. Let us draw one segment of the lamp. We begin with the height. First, draw the real height of the finished lamp. Now we need the width of the segment. To find it, look for the widest part of the lamp. In this green lamp, the widest part is here. In this lamp, the widest part is here. Next, we divide the lamp according to the number of segments. This lamp has 6 segments, or facets. It is the same. So we divide the full width of the lamp by 6. That gives us the width of one segment. Now we can draw the segment. So if you know the circumference of the widest part, divide it by 6. That gives you the width of one segment at the widest point. Do the same for the neck opening. If the top opening has a certain circumference, divide this measurement by 6 as well. That gives you the width of the top of one segment. Then connect these points with a smooth line. The line does not have to be mechanical. It can be rounded, stretched, curved, pointed, organic. Look at this example. This template was used to make this lamp. You can also see the amount of shrinkage here. In my case, it is about 40%. This resist has 6 segments, or facets. It is the same. It is made from 3 elements sewn together. Now let us look at this C-star lamp. What kind of resist was used for this shape? Look at this shape. It has 6 segments, or 6 facets. One page of the template looks like this. Let me draw it for you. One page of the C-star resist looks like this. This is where you can let your imagination play. You can make these parts much wider, longer, or more expressive. After felting, you can fold these protruding parts like this. They will create a beautiful sculptural shape. This lamp has 8 facets. You can see them clearly at the top, where the points come together. So, to draw the resist for this shape, we divide the full width of the lamp by 8. That gives us the width of one segment. And because the finished shape has 8 facets, the resist will have 4 pages, 4 elements sewn together. Honestly, I do not really like shapes with only 4 facets. To me, they often look a little too simple. I always joke that they look like a tree stump in the forest. I use this kind of template only for tube-like shapes, for example for cylinders like these. Although, for a simple cylinder, you do not really need a book template at all. You can use an ordinary flat resist. For example, a template like this can be widened and turned into a simple rectangle. But I am so used to book templates now, I almost cannot live without them. The most important thing is, with this kind of project, you are almost destined to succeed. You do not need to worry about exact sizing. Here you have much more freedom. For example, in this piece I made the neck opening too narrow. The lamp base might not have fit inside. So what did I do? I made deeper cuts here. I cut some decorative openings here. And then I stretched the neck of the lamp. And look, it became beautiful. There are no limits to your imagination. You can turn the whole shape by 90 degrees and place it on its side. Then you can make the opening here, and the base here. Look at this form. It can stand like this, on its base. It can also stand like this, turned to the side. Or it can be hung like a drop, and that looks very beautiful. By the way, in this form the petals are not all the same. I will explain this in a moment. The elements can have different sizes and different shapes. You can sew together several large pages, for example, 3 pages, and then draw your own design directly on the template. After that, you simply cut each blade or each petal into the shape you want. For example, you can make one petal like this, another one like this, and a third one like this. Personally, I like symmetrical forms. But even within symmetry, the petals do not always have to be identical. Look at this template. Here, the elements gradually become larger and then smaller again. Unfortunately, I did not have time to photograph the finished lamp properly. It was sold almost immediately. Look at the lamp from below. You can see the structure, almost like a section view. This form has 6 facets. I love making lamps with 6 or 8 facets. As I said before, I personally love symmetry. But asymmetrical lamps can also be very beautiful. So please experiment. How many facets can you make? The maximum I have tried was 12 facets. And honestly, 12 identical facets felt like too much. They started to disappear visually. They were too close to each other. I also made one very interesting experiment. Unfortunately, I did not have time to photograph it. It was one larger 6-facet form and one smaller 6-facet form, joined together into one organic shape. In practice, it was 3 larger pages and 3 smaller pages all stitched together. These are only ideas. The possibilities are endless. In the next part, we will talk about wool, other materials, and the equipment you will need. In fact, the list is very simple, and everything is easy to find.